Since Prime Minister Abe took office in late 2012, the Japanese economy has staged a remarkable recovery driven by the three arrows of Abenomics. The main driver of the recovery has been the monetary policy stimulus by the Bank of Japan, which has resulted in a significant depreciation of the Japanese yen. And this has created a considerable increase in the competitiveness of Japanese industry during 2013, which is now being reflected in the export numbers as well. The second arrow, which is fiscal stimulus, has also contributed to this improving growth momentum. And the third arrow of Abenomics, which is more related to structural reforms, has not really yet contributed to growth. It's a factor that will come more into play over the medium term. But overall, in 2013, we have seen a considerable improvement in the momentum of Japanese economic growth, which was overall growing at a pace of about 2% last year. The prospects for the Japanese economy in 2014 are still for sustained economic expansion at a pace of just under 2% for 2014 as a whole. The key driver for continued economic growth will continue to be the support that the Japanese economy is getting from monetary stimulus and quantitative easing policies by the Bank of Japan, and the very competitive level which the yen is at the moment, which has boosted the export economy and has created a significant improvement in corporate sector profitability for the exporting economy of Japan. But there will be some hurdles in this year as well due to the impact of the sales tax hike in April, which will be something of a drag on consumer spending. But overall, we do expect the Japanese recovery to continue through 2014. Although Abenomics has seemed to be quite successful during 2013 and during 2014, Japanese economic recovery is expected to continue, I think there are a lot of concerns about what happens in 2015 and beyond. Increasingly, the sales tax hike that will be taking place in 2014 and again in 2015 will become a significant drag on consumer spending, and the fiscal stimulus measures that have been undertaken through Abenomics will eventually phase out. Of course, the most important stimulus has been monetary stimulus, and at some point the quantitative easing policies of the Bank of Japan will also have to be throttled back once the inflation target of 2% is reached. So all of this means that the outlook for the Japanese economy beyond 2014 is going to be more difficult, and we do expect growth momentum to moderate in 2015. In the longer term, I think Japan still confronts very severe challenges from the problems of aging demographics, with its population actually declining each year, and due to the impact of the very high level of government debt and the need for fiscal deficit reductions over the long term. These mean that the potential growth rate of the Japanese economy in the long term is below 1% in our view.